I'm gonna be honest with you, middle-aged white people. Just looking at this game's store page on Steam, and its trailer had me sold. A SNES-style boomer shooter with enemy character models that look straight out of a SNES or PS1 Capcom game, that game being Mega Man, and as a fellow out-of-shape middle-aged white guy that hates to live off of stereotypes, but yeah, I get a serious chub when anyone does anything with a Mega Man feel. When I was 8 years old, I had every Mega Man game, and for me, Mega Man 4 was just as good as Super Mario Bros. 3, and better than Mega Man 2. No Mega Buster in your precious Mega Man 2. Fight me. You know I'm right. Sadly, I only owned a Sega Genesis during the Great War of SNES and Genesis, and the only Mega Man game I could play for it was whatever this game was I rented from Blockbusters. Oh, I'm getting a nostalgia chub now, but now it's gone because I remembered I never got to play the Mega Man X series. In fact, the next Mega Man games after this thing I would play would be Mega Man 64, which sucked, and Mega Man 8, which let you ride a snowboard like Punky Skunk rolled rollerblades. Punky Skunk is a better game than Mega Man 8. Fight me about it, you know I'm right. After those games, I lost interest in Mega Man, but much like a 37-year-old middle-aged out-of-shape white guy hearing Sony tease another Sephiroth video game slash mobile slash interactive movie thing, it doesn't stop my nostalgia chub from tingling. Heck, games like Berserk Boy and Gravity Circuit I want to buy just for the Mega Man brawler shooter feel I crave for. So you can only imagine how I felt when I saw a demo for a game that was trying to combine two things I love, Duke Nukem-style boomer shooter with a Mega Man aesthetic. Sign me up, baby. Little did I know that upon starting this demo that has no release date set in stone would have a huge surprise waiting for me, something I had not seen since 2006 and later again in 2014 before Bethesda ate its under-budget remains and shit out the remaining excrement to provide as sustenance for the overworked, starving Fallout 76 development team. But enough shitting on Bethesda, not like they don't deserve it, but Petaka doesn't deserve having me waste all my time crapping on a glass table that Todd Howard is lying under. So let's talk about the game. First things first, my middle-aged white people, is that if you truly want to have a good time with Petaka, you need to play it on the hard difficulty. I did a quick play test before I played it fully for an hour, and on normal, this game is just too easy. If you really want to feel what this game is about and have at least a little bit of a challenge, trust me, start it on hard, which honestly isn't that difficult even. But let's talk about the music and graphics first. Top fucking notch. Which I gotta say, with this game and Sulaco, it's amazing what people are doing with the GZ Doom engine. At first I thought this was Unity because of the flatline corpse animations, but no, this is GZ Doom. And come on, you can't tell me from the SNES to Jaguar sprite work, the phenomenal character animations, the rich color palette, that visually this game is a home run. And while Sulaco showed off physics for the GZ Doom engine, Petaka really shows how far, with true dedication, a visually colorful presentation can be done so exceedingly well. So, chef's kiss on graphics alone, and the game gets a point for that. The music is good, though in all fairness it has a high bar to reach considering the standard Mega Man soundtracks I've already set. But for what it is, it's good. The level select area also reminds me of the NES Final Fantasy music, so again, music gets a point, and hopefully the soundtrack will reach those Mega Man standards, but still good. Next, let's talk about the controls, the way how the guns feel, and the innovation this game shows. These won't take long to discuss because the game does a phenomenal job on all three, with a slight exception which we'll get to later. First off, the controls get a point because they're smooth, you move at a good pace, sensitivity by default is perfect, you got weapon keys, and your scroll to cycle through your weapons. Platforming is well done, and hit detection with those weapons feels perfect. Speaking of those weapons, in the demo I only discovered 3 weapons. Your pistol, which operates like a mini SMG, and its alt-fire, much like Mega Man, is a charged up Mega Buster. Easily my favorite weapon of the game, and you can dual wield this gun, which it gets a complete chef's kiss. You have a machine gun that also operates as a long-range rifle when using alt-fire, and it feels great, though I wish the zoom-in was solely clicking the right mouse button as compared to holding it, as you will find yourself zooming in closer than maybe you wanted, but it's still useful and fun. Last gun is the shotgun, and I'm kinda mixed on this one. Its regular shot can take 2 hits on an enemy to kill, while the Mega Buster for your pistol seems stronger, so the shotgun gets outclassed, especially when you take in the reload speed. It's not a bad shotgun, really, just slightly inconvenient. The alt-fire fires off all 4 shots in your shotgun magazine clip storage unit thing, which is great in a pinch, but again, you risk the reload time if you use it. So while the feel of the guns gets a point from me, I can't give it the holy shotgun point when the Mega Buster pistol outclasses it immediately. That leaves us with innovation, and while Petaka is technically not doing anything new, it is borrowing game mechanics from Prey. No, not that one, Prey 2006. And while it doesn't take cool stuff from that game like gravity manipulation or badass intros with Don't Fear the Reaper.
Tommy, are you crazy? You could have killed them!
Maybe I should.
What the hell?
And we're just now getting word that...
Or Jenny's ears. It does take portal manipulation from that game, more so for level progression or stage selection, but god is it so cool to see this again. And while technically not original, since we are almost at the 20-year anniversary of Tommy's battle with gross men hitting on his girlfriend and grosser aliens performing experiments on her without her consent, fact is, I haven't seen this in forever, so that's enough for me to give it a point in terms of innovation. Here's some highlights of me fangirling.
It's Prey. It's just like Prey, but Mega Man. It's like two things came together and jizzed everywhere.
So let's finish on what makes a boom shooter truly boom, and that's level variety, ambiance, and exploration. Let's start with exploration, and I'm sure some of you used to games with open worlds think of this as a qualification, and let me just state, no such thing exists. There is no such thing as an open world boomer shooter, plus it would be trash, and boring, and defeat the whole idea. In games like Doom or Duke Nukem, you could find weapons, secret levels, Scott's head. This was Easter eggs for the elderly, and I'm happy to say Petaka fits that style in this demo. You start off with just your fist, and honestly punching feels good and looks great. Sure, you won't use it ever again unless ammo in the full release becomes scarce ever. After getting the pistol, I discovered a secret earlier that opened a door for me, allowing me to get dual pistols earlier than if I went the straightforward approach, and now completely outclassing the shotgun. Later on, I on accident went through a waterfall and found the rifle early. The game also goes by a required card key system, and usually this would be annoying, but in Petaka, it's done more like a Metroidvania. After you get a key, or 2 or 3, or however many keys you find in the level determines which levels you can choose from the next. And maybe this becomes annoying later on in the game, but now it feels like a reward compared to tedium. So exploration gets a point, but how about the game's ambiance?
I started getting a little bit of a headache, so he took me upstairs. And he showed me these things called Wookiees. And now this headache is getting stronger.
Now, I don't know how much I honestly need to go into the ambiance of the game, because it's Mega Man, and unless you slept through the first 5 minutes of this video, I think I established this game just hits the feels so well that ambiance gets a point, which leaves level variation. And while I can't speak on the second level because I haven't played it yet, which seems like a nice themed level at least, the first level I played had numerous locations, from outdoor deserts, tight pixel corridors, battle arenas, and those nifty portals that can switch the theme of the level immediately, so level variety as well gets a point. But let's talk about the bad, which luckily is nitpicky at best. The boss fight I played, while fun, was quickly predictable and didn't give me much of a fight. And in honor of Mega Man, I hope that improves the further you get. Difficulty is an issue, because I never died in my playthrough on the hard difficulty from my first time playing it. In fact, this is the closest to a death I had in my hour playthrough. But again, this is the first hour of the game, so if the idea is to baby me in so I'm ready for what is to come, then I can look past that. But outside of that, I'm pretty hyped for this one, whenever the hell it ever comes out. Also, it's published by Hellforged, and based on the bulk of my demos, I'll be playing quite a bit of their games. I guess when Apogee and 3D Realms drops the ball, maybe Hellforge is the one to pick it up. Also, I hope the music gets closer to the Mega Man feel. So let's score this up for my first hour with Petaka. I gave it 1 point for controls, guns, and innovation. Music I gave 1 point, graphics now gets the remaining 2, bringing the score up to 6. And then you add points for exploration, level variety, and ambiance, and I can already give this the "this game gave me cancer wishlist boomer boom seal of approval" thing. And this hour gets a 9 out of 10.